And we will keep controversial as well, and satire. Some people need to get a sense of humour, don't they? Some grumpy comments we've had, isn't there?
So just Neil's humour is extremely dry, so don't take it too seriously. It's not meant to be taken too seriously.
Isn't it?
We tried this the other day.
That was resurfaced
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, and it's all up back. So Sandra's proceeding now to push the trolley down the thing, and I'm going, oh, there's some cheese there, and put some cheese in, and there's a man running after us going, that's my trolley. It's a very, very sunny morning coming from the Grand View in Altrincham.
It is.
I mean, have the Grand View. It is a grand view, isn't it? In the 37 years I've been on this planet, I didn't realise you could see Jodrell Bank from Altrincham, and it's there.
It is.
Yeah, the skyline up here is quite amazing, isn't it?
It's been interesting seeing it from up here. I'm glad we were quite high up.
Yeah. Very good. Right, so we are now going to be making a trip back to Lincolnshire. 4 days, 4 nights, 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days, whatever it is. It's coming to a close, and yeah, had a pleasant few days, haven't we?
Yeah.
Seen quite a few people and everything.
I've enjoyed coming away, but I must admit I'm quite looking forward to getting home as well.
The wanderers shall return. So. What we might do, as this vlog sort of goes on, we travel back, we might, I don't know, we might just have a bit of a chat when we get home to conclude the vlog about what it's been like back in suburbia. It's very built up. There's no fields.
No tractors.
I know, I've seen one tractor come through the town centre, but yeah, so very different to look out of a window. And all you can see is buildings, as far as you can see, where all we can see is fields and sky, isn't it?
And Altrincham is not even that built up compared to other parts of Manchester, is it?
No, it's noticeable, I think, in sort of Widdington, Didsbury, how
you've still got a very green tree line and open spaces.
Bowden. Right, we've got our bags all packed, fingers crossed. I don't think we've left anything. We're going home a lot lighter than we came, as Sandra said.
So many boxes of presents for people.
Yeah, all our Christmas presents are now given. I think we're going home with
a few jars of jam.
and a Christmas present for Lee, haven't we?
And smellies from Simon.
And some smellies. Oh, that was, yeah, but you've unwrapped that. So Lee's
Hannah, bless her, got me chocolates. She's my favourite daughter. Always gets me chocolates.
I did have a munch on some shortbread yesterday afternoon that we got.
Mum, yeah.
Right, got quite a bit of a trek ahead of us and all the rest of it. So all being well, we're going to hit the road and Lincolnshire bound. Here we go. We arrived home safely. So this is the morning after, so we had a fairly uneventful trip all the way back, didn't it? It's quite comfortable and everything. And we had a takeaway for our tea last night and didn't film anything, but we will go on a little bit on this vlog about our stay in Manchester and about going into the new year, because as you watch this, New Year's Eve will have been and gone.
But before we do, I'm sure our viewers would love to see Rasha.
Right, Rasha. So people say, who looks after Rasha when you're gone? We don't. Rasha is fine. Rasha is absolutely fine. We've got we live in a house, well, a bungalow. We have a son. The dog is fine. Rasha isn't abandoned. Rasha is dog sat. Right, there you are. Right. So you look fine, Rasha. Right. There you are. I don't have to get to a bag, Sandra. Right. So those panicking about Rasha, don't worry. She's looked after. She's not been put in kennels. Have you missed us, Rasha? Have you missed us? The only issue we had, there was loads of dog biscuits everywhere, wasn't there? I don't know what's been going on. I think Russia been leaving a dog biscuit trail everywhere. Anyway, before we do anything, we need to go to the shops and we need to get some food, which we're going to go and do right now. I just can't take Sandra. We've just had a mini drama, haven't we, Sandra? What? This is our shopping trolley. What's been happening, Sandra, in Morrison's?
You left this trolley blocking out, wandered off.
Yeah.
This poor gentleman had
Had a chicken, basically.
chicken, bananas, almost all the same stuff in the basket. I used the wrong trolley.
So Sandra's proceeding now to push the trolley down the thing, and I'm going, oh, there's some cheese there, and put some cheese in, and there's a man running after us going, that's my trolley.
It's a mistake to make.
Nobody's got any idea. Anyway, do we need some eggs? Right, so getting back to normality after our Manchester break with bits and bobs. So just have a quick 2 minutes with Sandra. Manchester. No, Manchester. Alright, kid. How was it?
It was alright. It's nice catching up with family and friends, and yeah, it was a nice chilled few days, wasn't it?
So a couple of noticeable things. The petrol is getting on to 10p a litre more in Manchester, which is just why is fuel in a city more expensive than rural? You think the other way around, wouldn't you?
I don't know. Isn't it just because it's like a cartel these days?
No. Anyway, so that's an observation. So obviously it's supply and demand. Then here in Lincolnshire we have random potholes, but they're proper potholes and subsidence on roads. But the other thing in Manchester is the amount of the roads aren't full of potholes, that are classed as potholes because of the depth, but the amount of the road surfacing what's disintegrated is considerably more than here in Lincolnshire. The roads are worst. So yeah, that was another observation about Manchester.
Well, it's typical what they do there. So they put on like, I don't know, like a centimetre or something of new surface on the top, but within a couple of years it just all breaks up and there's chunks of the road just peeling off, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's been going on for so many years, and we went on one road that was resurfaced
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, and it's all up back near where we used to live. We did have a walk past our old house. Can't remember whether we mentioned that. That was a bit weird. And then the other thing was obviously once you sort of get past going home, once you get past sort of Leeds, Scunthorpe on the way to Leeds, the traffic builds up and builds up and builds up, and as you sort of get, those who don't know Manchester will know the Trafford Centre and Walton. It was just, yeah, not good, was it?
So yeah, and it was just like, you get used to it when you live in a city, but it's just noisy all the time, isn't it? It's just constant. Whereas here, it's just so nice getting back, and it's mostly quiet, apart from Neil.
Yes, but we knew we were going to sort of see a big difference in traffic, but and then it's sort of, what's the motorway after Scunthorpe? Is it M18? I remember which it is now. It's the density of traffic, how it all. The more east you go, the quieter it becomes. The more remote it becomes. The more west you go, the more congested. And then obviously, when we were around Hannah's area where she lives in Withington, obviously they mentioned about the stupid wooden bollards they put. It's all over COVID, that blocking roads, which have now been moved because it was a bad idea. But the sheer density of properties and car parking was noticeable. And then something else which I had not really noticed before was we were going down, was it the Princess Parkway, Withenshaw Road, and the amount of houses now where the cars are parked on the pavements, wasn't it? Because there is no car parking. Was literally, the dog's having a yak. Hang on a minute. Let's go and see what Rasha is doing, because she's in the kitchen Right, Rasha, we're in the living room. What are you doing? Right, we're in the living room. Come on, we're in here. Come. I think Rasha knows we've been shopping. There's chicken and fresh meat. Anyway, yeah. So that was noticeable. Up to Daisy, and then the just a sheer built up, isn't it? The urban sprawl and the Manchester skyline and all the rest of it. So yeah.
So the highlight for me, I think it will be I think it's included in a future video. Actually, I did film a little bit, but I went for a walk with Hannah. We went up into the hills above Staley Bridge outside Manchester.
Yeah, so this has been in a previous vid, yeah.
Has been. I'm not sure sometimes when things are so you'll have possibly seen it, but if you haven't, go back and have a look, because there's just an absolute massive cloud and mist all in the valley, and of course Manchester's in the valley, so normally you'd be looking out over Manchester and all the new skyscrapers and the metropolis and like some people love it, but I'm sorry, I hate it, and you couldn't see any of it. It was completely hidden in the mist. It looks really cool.
Yeah. But obviously
that was fun.
Catching up with some friends and family obviously was nice, and seeing Caden sort of growing up was sort of nice, but it was strange because I wasn't like feeling homesick.
No,
I wasn't too sure.
Not at all. In my case,
whether we were going to go back and go, oh, we shouldn't have moved, but there was no glue in Manchester wanting to hold us there, was there? There was no. It's so weird.
So, out of the lot, the only thing, it was so lovely seeing Cade, and as you know, little kids grow up so fast, and inevitably, because we're that bit further away, it'll be less frequent when we can catch up. But you know, we'll try and get them over here at some point. So.
Well, now we discovered the travel lodge in Altrincham. Can't believe we stayed there.
That part was fine.
Yeah.
You know, it was nice being right in the tower, and particularly for me, because most often it's me that has to drive if we're out drinking, and it was nice that I could still drink and not worry about driving afterwards.
Yeah, and it was quite nice visiting some of our old haunts and places where we used to drink. But sort of going forward, I think what will potentially happen if we do go back, so we said we might go back over summer for a long weekend, is when you go on holiday to a holiday destination, I just say Skegness as an example. If you stay at the nurseries, you'll have your regular pubs you go to when you're on holiday, and I think that's going to be more of how it's going to feel going back into Manchester, isn't it? Where we're going to the mucky shovels or.
Well, that bit was funny though, like getting spotted and because of the channel in Manchester.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
somehow I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why.
So back on home ground, it's obviously because I've lived there all my life, and because of my past roles, quite well known. Well, not well known, but it's not off. It's quite common to people to stop us anyway, wasn't it? Well, that was a new one. It was great. Good night out in the Belgian bar, wasn't it? And Kolsch beer, good food.
I had Erdinger Dark, which I've not had before, but it's very nice.
Yeah. So that was good. Right, we're going to go and do a little bit more. I'm going to carry on with this video. We're just going to go into a little bit more about, well, not future plans, but some plans and how the channel's sort of going and things like that. So we'll give you an update pretty shortly. I'm going to do, Sandra's shoulder. I need to deal with her achy shoulder. Too many bags you've been carrying.
It's more that side. But...
Well, that side. I'm gonna do. So we've got a new thing which we're gonna fire up and use. So I may do that, and then we're going to be going into the garage, but that's for another video. The garage, part of the garage, which has been neglected for the last 7 months, 6 months. Not neglected, but
well, it's all beautifully cleared, and then
No, but it's we know what we need to do with things, including in a big black box. In Rasha's Christmas cracker, she's got a dog toy. We have got the only dog in the entire world, like dog toy. Fetch, chase, pull, tug, fetch, kill, fetch. Ball, fetch. She's got no interest in any shape or form ever in any dog toys. The only time she's shown any interest was we used to have another dog, and then she would sometimes.
She used to like taking the toys off the other dog.
Yeah, yeah. So she never played with a toy, but if the other dog had a toy, so he used to have like his favourite little plastic bone, chewy bone. Rasha would just sneak up and pinch it, wouldn't she? Right. So some of you will know we've done some products from Bob and Brad, who've got a massive YouTube channel, 7.5 million followers, and they've just sent.
Very excited to get the latest update.
It says it's an M7 Plus, the real massager for a real relief. So we had a look at a previous one of these, and basically it's a newer version. I think the main difference is it's got a new little head. What's in the Bob? What have we got here? Like we've been sent from Bob and Brad.
So you get a nice handy carry bag to put everything in. That's just some spare parts, so where the adapters fit in if you need spares. And it's quite a neat, easy to hold design now. So I think it's modernised the design a bit. So, and that's how you power it up.
Charge. You need to charge it USB.
So it's USB charged. But before we do that, so you've got all these different heads. But before we do look at any of that, I just want to show this. This one is the hot and cold adapter. So you can massage with heat or with a cool setting.
So we had,
which also needs charging, if you can see that.
So we had one of these on the last one we did, but this one now glows and everything, doesn't it? So it's easy to see how it goes.
So you know what settings you're on. So if I give it one long press, that's the first heated setting, and then you can have a higher heat setting, or you can have cool setting. So.
And that needs charging independently
charging.
of the main unit, doesn't it? Yeah, okay.
And you've got a little bit neater design for the push fit.
Yeah. Okay, we'll show that in detail how they attach.
So shall I just say what the different attachments are first, and then we'll
attachments
give you a little demo. So that's your hot and cold one we discussed. This is an air cushioned one for soft and sensitive areas of tissue. If you've got little sensitive areas, this is for going across things like joints, neck joints, bones, and things like that. Is that it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's.
And then this was for any deep tissue areas, joints and things like that, or hands and feet.
That's the bullet head, so that's for trigger points and small muscles like feet and wrists. The U shape is for spine, neck, and shoulder, and for sensitive muscles and soft tissues.
There we go.
Yeah, the air cushion is for relaxation of sensitive body parts. And then the ball head. Do you want to show how these attach? Because they just.
Yeah, so you've got a receiving area there, and then you just got this. So that's what you got the spares of. But yeah, it's just literally.
They're like, if you just pull it out 1 second and try and go there, they're like mini O-rings, like little rubber O-rings. How it goes in.
So you just push in, get a nice snug fit, and away you go. So
that's the ball head. So that's for large muscles like the quads, the glutes, and extreme muscles and joint soreness, which is what we're going to do with you today.
That's what you're going to do. So hopefully Neil is going to demonstrate this across my sore back.
How many speeds has it got? I think it's 5.
So press and hold. And away she goes.
So you've got the illumination showing it's on, and one little LED is showing first speed. First speed gone again. Hang on.
Press and hold.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh yeah, okay.
There you go.
There she goes on 2.
Yeah.
3.
Hang on, go past the lights. Okay, yeah.
Oh, 4.
Yeah.
And
I can feel that vibrating through the. I can feel the vibration on the table. It's got 5 settings basically.
Anyway, it's gone off.
So,
yeah, you get the
it's
idea,
a long press, power, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to show that it's instead of pressing with your fingernails, if you just use your fingers. 1, just to prove how quick.
Ironically, I've got dodgy joints, so it's not that easy.
Right. So we are gonna use this on which shoulder is it now? That one there. So what we'll do is we're going to go at a slow speed, and if Sandra needs it to go faster, we'll decide. So as I'm doing it, I'm going to have this up at the top, so I can increase the speed as I need to. Right, where are you going? You need to guide me. So it's only about 2 minutes, and don't do it on bones, isn't it?
We tried this the other day. There was a sensor spot down there, but that's just not too bad today. I think you went to start a little higher up and then move out towards the ribs, as it were. Oh, yeah, that's it. You found it. Woo! Yeah. Definitely doing some good that.
As I say, you can increase or decrease the speeds. I'm not going to film all of this because we're going to just do literally a 2-minute one because we've got other things to be doing this afternoon as well. So yeah, nice and simple. So thank you to Bob and Brad for sending that over. And if you're interested in looking at the M7 Plus, which is, well, you can see how it all works. We will throw some links down there in the description below. Right, let's finish your massage off and then get in the garage. So, the Crando over that side. We may be moving the Adria caravan today. I'm not too sure whether we're going to need to move it or not. We're going to have to wait and see. But we have got another vlog coming up. Yeah, Sandra, just coming out a little bit in out of the wind. So, currently what we're going to be doing this afternoon for a couple of hours, we're going to have a source of cardboard boxes. Why have you got so many cardboard boxes?
There's nowhere for me to stand. Hello.
We've got a lot of cardboard boxes. So we kept a lot of these for Christmas and also potentially for posting things out. So we may get some scissors and collapse them. Right, we were going to just have a quick chat about our channel going forward. So just hold the camera there 1 second. I'm just going to pull up some stats. I was a bit panicky that our channel was going to completely bottom out and die after I gave up the role as a campsite warden. But and just to prove I'm not cheating here, you probably can't see this here, but in fairly recent months we've gained an incredible 1,762 new subscribers. We've had a couple of weird things. A video we did called My Tiny Home we picked up a couple of hundred subscribers off that, and a couple of our shorts, I've got no idea why, we had one short that picked up 75 subscribers about a dinosaur. If you subscribed about that, thank you ever so much.
Well, thanks to everyone. We really appreciate the support. It's just been quite a big change for us with everything, really. Yeah.
We've had just now over 1.2 million views, which is fantastic. So far, and these stats are a couple of weeks behind, it's 426 uploads. Bear in mind, it's 365 days in a year, so we're bashing out more than one blog a day. Over 98,000 likes, that's incredible. Getting on to 10,000 comments, 1,300 shares, and things like that. So it's just a...
Well, first of all, a huge thank you anyway.
Yeah, to everybody.
It's been really heartening because it's quite hard work putting all this stuff out, especially for Neil.
Yeah, but going forward, as I say, we have got banked up. We've got lots of places we have been visiting over the last few months. So we've got lots of local walks and places we've gone to. So these will be feeding in over the dark January, February, even potentially going forward. I've even got a video that I did last year, which we're going to try and get published. We are still planning on doing a few weekends away. We've got a couple of ideas I'm going to mention of a couple of weekends away coming up.
We've had a little bit of a pause on the Sandra Makes just because obviously with my new job and then Christmas it's been hectic, but there will be more Sandra Makes coming soon.
So so if that all goes well, we're going to aim to get a Sandra Makes on a Sunday. That's going to be done. But obviously now Sandra's working full time. we're just going to have to just go with the flow with things like that. We are going to this afternoon think if it all goes to plan, we're going to now sort out all the camping stuff that was in the Adria to what we need. We're going to get it down to a bare minimum, aren't we?
Ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Yeah.
So we are going to be having some trips, and
Neil's favourite place, the tip, that will feature at some point. It's cardboard at least.
and I might be doing some wild camping coming up in a tent as well. I've got some ideas with Lee to potentially be coming up as the weather improves. But the channel, is just going to continue to plod along, and as long as there's views and it doesn't completely crash, we'll carry on. If for some reason it all disintegrates, we'll assess it then and everything. But huge thank you everybody who stayed loyal. So we did lose, I think, about 75, 80 subscribers over the initial period. Oh, and we've annoyed a few people. It's great when they go, we're unsubscribing because blah blah blah. Doesn't matter. And if you're not been able to subscribe and you're watching the videos, thank you as well, because I know not everybody's able to do that. And we will keep controversial as well, and satire. Some people need to get a sense of humour, don't they? Some grumpy comments we've had, isn't there?
So just Neil's humour is extremely dry, so don't take it too seriously. It's not meant to be taken too seriously, and if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But yeah, we appreciate the ones who do appreciate us.
You've still got no idea how looking at, have you, Sam? Neil, shut up. You're going to annoy people. People are going to be commenting, leave Sandra alone, we're unsubscribing you, blah 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 blah. So any nasty stuff we just delete, and unfortunately we have had to block some people because that's the way the mop flops. Right, we're going to end this here. We've got a busy few hours. It's currently dry, it's not freezing cold, and we're just going to take advantage of the weather.